Living off-grid in Portugal sounds amazing, doesn't it? Producing everything you need, including electricity. But for Angela and Martin, that reality got pretty rough and horrendously expensive. Their power setup became so bad that every evening they had to switch off the fridge, the freezer, the internet, the TV, just to survive. And it got to the stage that some evenings they were even just sitting in the dark. They were even forced to charge in their phones from their car because they had no power. And on days of cloud, the only option they had was to run a very expensive generator. Today we're going to look at what went wrong for poor old Angela and Martin, what they changed, and whether or not it worked out right for them. Will they end up with the reliable, constant electricity that they desperately need? Here we are, arrived at Angela and Martin's beautiful home. Lovely sun shining, and there's the lovely couple sitting there.
Hi.
Okay, Angela and Martin, please tell me exactly when you arrived and what happened.
Hi, Mac. Well, we arrived in October 2017, and for the first year we rented a place, but we'd already bought our land. So we wanted to be on our land, and eventually we bought a caravan and came and lived off-grid, which was a big learning curve. The first year we had one single solar panel, and then the year after we upgraded to 3 solar panels and some storage batteries. They've really been great for us for all the years, really, for about 5 years. But because at the time we didn't choose to buy lithium batteries, we bought lead acid batteries. There's a problem with lead acid batteries, that they are not supposed to lose charge below 50%. And because we had, in the spring or winter, we had days without sunshine, those batteries went lower and lower and lower.
Because we had a fridge freezer,
yeah,
and that had to be on all the time. So
yeah, and it got to the point where the batteries were so bad that we had to turn the fridge freezer off every night before we went to bed and hope that it was still frozen in the morning, which it was, but it had lost some of its freeze.
So eventually the lead acid batteries absolutely gave up the ghost. So we decided to upgrade to lithium batteries and also upgrade our solar panels. These are the lead acid batteries that no longer function, and as far as I remember they were about €250 each, so they're not cheap, and they lasted really for maybe 5 years. So now these lead acid batteries, which cost about €1,500, are now useless.
So I can see you've got solar panels here that you're not using anymore, Martin. Please tell me about them.
Well, this was our second upgrade. This produced about 1,000 watts of electricity, and I had the brainwave, I have to say, of making it so it would follow the sun. It's a very simple system, just on caster wheels on a pallet.
So Angela, why didn't you just replace the batteries at €1,500?
Well, we realised that lead acid batteries weren't the answer, and that we needed to go to lithium batteries, which can actually discharge to 100%, to 0%, sorry. They can discharge to empty and then recharge, and it doesn't damage the batteries. And we were in a situation, oh my God, it was just dreadful. We had to turn the fridge freezer off at night, and the inverter, because during the night, if the inverter was on, it was still using power, and it was taking away from any power that we had in the batteries. So we couldn't do that. So we had to turn the inverter off. We also couldn't watch any television. Even worse than that, I couldn't go on my computer, right? Which is like a third arm, yeah? So I couldn't go on my computer to do work, to do research, to do anything. And yeah, it was pretty miserable. We were sat in the dark. Okay, so we'd wake up in the morning and we didn't have any power. We couldn't even put our phones on charge unless we went to the car and got turned the ignition on. We had no power whatsoever. We couldn't switch the freezer or the fridge back on until some kind of daylight came. And if it was rainy or cloudy, that just didn't happen. So we had days without anything, and our friends and family just didn't get it. They were like, oh, you didn't call. No, we had no power. People just didn't get it. Unless you live off grid, you don't get it.
We had to resort to using our generator, which are a fantastic thing to have in emergencies. But we ended up using that almost full time, and it held around 20 litres of petrol, which would last 8 hours. So it was costing us an absolute fortune. So that's when we realised things had to change. So now our new system, we have 6 solar panels on the roof. They generate, I think it's 585 watts per panel. On a framework that I made, which is, as long as you've got a bit of DIY experience, shouldn't be a problem. But we also, after the recent storms, decided to anchor everything down with good chains at this one, and there's another one there, just to secure everything on the roof. This chain here, and there's one at the other end of the building, is securing the roof down, and this one here and another one at the other end is fastened to the top of the panels, holding all the framework down.
Tell me all about this lovely new gigantic battery you've got, Martin.
Well, this is a lithium battery. It's 16 kilowatts, which is quite large. Normally in the morning there's 3 lights on, so we've only used like 25%, and by about 11 o'clock today it's fully charged.
Okay, Martin, tell us about the inverter that you've got there.
Well, this inverter has got a built-in charge controller as well, and at the minute it's working perfectly. We did actually buy this before we got the batteries, but if we ever needed another one of these, we would definitely buy the same make as the battery.
Can you guys tell me about the cost of the old system to the new system, please?
Okay, so the old system, the 3 panels, the batteries, and the small solar charger that we had, and inverter, cost around €2,000. In comparison, a few years later, when things have actually moved on a lot, this system has cost us just around €3,000, and that's for a 16 kilowatt battery, a much larger, a 6.2 kilowatt inverter, and the 6 panels.
So Angela, Martin, please tell me, you've got this lovely new solar system. What benefits has it brought to your life now?
Oh, it's been amazing. Basically, it means that the fridge freezer is on all the time. We can have lights on whenever. We can watch television. We could watch 3 films or 3 series or whatever a night. But the main thing is that it's enabled me to start a business. There's no way I could have done that before because I didn't have the power.
Yeah, the one thing that I've realised, the big difference is I've got a lot of power tools and I can use anything I want now for as long as I want.
We've now got so much electricity that now I even hoover my false lawn.
At the end of the day, this was not all about solar panels and batteries. It was about what reliable power can give back. No more turning off appliances. No more sitting in the dark. But reliability for a better quality of life. Got any questions? Anything you want to know? Leave it in the comments below. And whatever the weather, I'll see you in the next one.